Welcome to day 3 of Evolve in 30 days, making choices and intentional living. When I was in college, St. Teresa's College in Soka, the rule was fail and fail out. If you ever had a pass in any of the core subjects, you would be weeded away from the rest. Then I was a college prefect and actually influential. Many junior students looked up to me in different ways. Places and people that weren't accessible to others were at my beck and call. Even female students from St. Catherine often rose to me, throwing the letter over the fence whenever I had gone to the Cathedral for an errand. I was a model to people and a mentor to few. What I still reckon with till today is that I don't unnecessarily force discipline by punishment. I commanded it by character, and I'm proud of the history I had left behind. In SS2, I got a pass in mathematics, my most dreaded subject. Despite my influence and social power, I was swept away like the hurricane breeze because the ultimate rule was, nobody is above the law. If you fail, you fail out. No two ways about it. It was a bitter and most embarrassing experience I ever had as a teenager. But then, that was the beginning of my journey of intentional living. I made a choice. I was to do something that would bring what I felt was lost glories back. I read Luke Elder's book, a student who was also expelled in similar situation, and I listened to his talk, how he was already stirring some air of greatness. I finished John Mason's books and I was revitalized by Father Faustino Saike Ugwain's book, Born to Succeed. I went for book shopping in Poline Bookshop in Enugu, from where I isolated myself for a few days at Ohum Monastery in Enugu. My confidence returned in new dimensions and I was ready to confront all my challenges with mere hawk. What happened between this time in 2012 and 2014 was a series of failing and rising in good spirits until I gained admission for my nursing school. As a first-year nursing student, I published my first book, which was premised on common challenges of life among the youth, and it sold like wildfire. On the launching day, I made twice gain the production. A writing career sprouted and some tender fame came, but with modesty. I soldiered over the storms of time, infusing values here and there, making impacts across borders and redefining the trajectory of my dream. While I had the choice of remaining as a mediocre, beaten below his belt by the experience of failure and apportioning blames on an inconsiderate school, I turned my experience into a monumental success that soon, even the damsel that eventually became my wife would notice something unique in me on the social media and decided to shoot a shot. On this third day, Charles Awuzie encourages us that living an intentional life and making right choices are germane towards evolving into a better self. Enumerating some basic and fundamental principles, I like these quotes from him. Your growth will involve helping others to grow. Nobody cares to know how much you know until they know how much you care. Have a lovely day.